Telev ku Big Story ku Baba TV buli lwakuna saa 3 paka 5 ezenkya. Era nkulamusiza ina gyosinzira okutulaba tutandisemu eddakiika ntono eziyise ku ssaawa 3. Twagala kwetonda olw'okukeera mu budde obwo. Our pledge is to serve you every Thursday 9 to 11.
Sebo batukubira amasimu.
Tutandike okulaba kwa amasimu tyate muli.
Batukubira amasimu tulinga be batutuma. But we are servants of people.
Kafero bwe yagambanga nti batubanje bye batatuwola. So batutuma it's a pledge that we have made.
Gwetera woki.
So, kale, Tamale Mirundi, mutabani wa Yohana Mirundi Nemole Ndamato kutambula. Ensonga zali zinabanzibu nnyo kubanga endulundu eno yonna gye mulaba
mole embeera yesinongi.
Ajja kuba bulungi.
Yafunye intellectual breakdown.
Intellectual.
That's why mu psychology kita intellectual breakdown. Kabwalowooza ennyo nti pologulamu ze baaziggyeko ate kakati alina kakoloti yakanyogenda mu ddwaliro. My mother suffered an intellectual breakdown.
But if you have a clot, why don't you take it to
ku myaka gyange bakakuba mpiso ate abantu baleese ssente bannange abantu bapeereza ssente ku ssimu tukakuba mpiso ate kasigadde katono kwe kati kalina we kajjera naye nze nkaditekitinga ate nakugaa nti nanabasawo ewaka era njagala okwebaza oba gavumenti obaani bwe babadde balonda ba specialist abasawo be batutte okusoma owange bamututte mu Mirundi. Dr. Mirundi bamututte omu ku bana.
He's one of the specialists.
Be batutte okusoma.
Kati bw'ova nti gavumenti gifunye mu banko b'emyaka 14 sirina kye nafuna bwe balonze ba Dr. mu badde balonze wange kuba nange mulina ndamutawala mu Dr.
Aliko nti Dr. Mirundi. A name matters in politics. Are you related to the Mirundi family?
No.
Yeah.
So
nina kusubiza luli. Tinabandikira akatabo kano the Kidoli politics.
But do you know what a Kidoli is?
Yes. Omulaba si papa.
Si papa ayingira atya mu Kidoli.
Yawedde.
Let's get serious. Kidoli politics. You talked about this on Thursday. You went and wrote a book about Kidoli politics. But you know what Kidoli is?
Yes. And nedda is a mobile toilet. Once it is used, it is disposed of. And I'm a mass communicator. Mass communicators, we are trained to use similes. I don't need to labor too much. Nga Jesus. Yabageranga bugero. If I go to Makerere University, then I talk about Shakespeare. When I go to my village, mbalaga byebalabako. Kidoli olumalo
okikozesanga
nga bakisuula. Gwe si papa.
So where is Kidoli politics?
Bino byonna abadde abikola kisa kya Maria. All of these people were disarmed. Don't think that the government didn't know what they were doing, but they served their purpose.
Even kisa kya Mukama.
Kisa kya Mukama. At the end, Narwesa can disarm them. Babatte. You use them. Pay them handsomely if they are not
them what now? For example, Chama cha Yestugwa.
Gondi wali omumanyi. That was easy role. Gondi wali omumanyi. Ono empologoma. Abantu bayayana. Tukyamujjukira. Ebera nga Kabozi najja ne ku Gondi. Basajja mivule. Pistols muli mu Gondi. Kati omutu omuteekewa. Ne Jesus bwe yasanga diamonds mu muntu zamugana tubadde n'omusajja ono kwa n'emyaka gyonna kakati ffe tulagewa naseka mugana ly'embizi ate n'azitta zetuli yasize ezimu zino kiraasi ndala
Tamale emizimu gyagenda mu mbizi
anti n'azitta era ekyo obula gwe embizi tugize omuli w'embizi alabika aba mugezi nnyo embizi terumwa musota embizi teweta bw'oba toli musiramu lya kabizi olaba amagezi agakuli mutu embizi nebwokwata egguma ly'embizi nga waliwo akuloga n'oliteeka mu nnyumba ne bwoba musajja mwenzi n'oteeka mwanda weyayo eggumba ly'embizi tolina kyo eddoko terikukwata embizi is a medicine tezza bwenkulumu tedda mabega very unique animal naye kakati bano ye Nalwesa abagobera wa
kituufu unique naye Yesu yazisindikamu emizimu
anti zizaafa yazisindika but what I'm telling you that Jesus gave them an alternative. These people mwabayitayo bakisa kya Maria yakuba omwana wange nenga kandiko ya mutumi
kisa
kya mukama nga ayina abaserikale bana ku pick up Museveni namugulira pick up empya nga tampadde sente nakikumi yadde 10 nga tebampa yadde 10
kisa kya mukama
pick
up eya government
yes kati nalwesa amusindika wabamutte
ono yakuna banatula gamba nyuma ayine mutoka ya government
that's his role
mukama
oyo ye role ye
tuli mu government ki
no let me tell you nti politics wa Uganda si wa bamuwanga politics wa Uganda si wa ba professors the boss your friend Besigye and Bobi Wine they used intimidative methods nti abena ali mu bantu balamu abena ali mu bantu bakulu mu bakange kifani kya Besigye nga kiri eri waggulu ku muti gw'amasanyalaze abavubuka ku kyala ababoda babaaba bikadde mmwe wa Museveni obulu mumuwe olwale baana baffe tetujja kulonda. This was they started Museveni supporters nti bantu bakulu.
I hope you are not giving an impression that Besigye and Bobi Wine play intimidating
yes
politics.
Why
NRM is better at that one.
No,
to intimidate and to arrest and kill and maim and
reactive. Where do you find a political party that organizes elections in a tent? Tent. NRM does not have such organization.
Because there's nothing to slogane around. What should they slogane about?
Tebamanyi kuyimba. Tebamanyi
iki. Nebyo kuyimba tebabiri na tugamba tugende.
Naye ate ng'otafiire. I remember in 1986 when Museveni, after swearing in, I remember 3 incidents. One, Museveni yali ava ku madaala atambule ne bagamba nedda motoka yeyina okukomawo wano. 2, Museveni yasoma gundi Tandakwire yasoma omusajja Musanga. Professor Musanga baali bamulondedde mu government ya Kigongo n'agaana okugendayo. It was bad. Yali akolagana nabo ng'ali Makerere. Kaakati ng'erinnya lya Nuwe amanya Musega teryamumanyi. Kati Tandakwire n'asoma Musanga. Museveni n'agaana Tandakwire is reading his own names. Amanya Musega come out. That's when the public knew amanya Musega. And ekyokubiri bandi yaabwe otafiire bring our band era otafiire olwamala okuyimba. Museveni went to Congo that very day DRC to meet Mobutu. Then he directed Otafiire to go to Rwanda. Otafiire said there is no flight to Rwanda. Museveni said flight, get a Land Rover and a tank of fuel and you go to Rwanda. I remember the incident. Bali batutina nawo nga baweereza ennyonyi etukube kuswearing ya Museveni. I was there. Ne bayimbanga ennyimba mu nseko kibonge janini abaana ba Museveni obasange
oluyimba olwo Tamale abaluyimba tebawanga
anti kyenkubuulira nti NRM temanyi organizing, temanyi how to organize. Kubanga NRM is not
so wabayamba ki wali nabo if they don't know that and you are with them as a political thinker.
Nti kakati
what did you
crowds don't convert unless you convert crowds into victory. Crowds don't make sense. Oyinza okuba ebijanjalo nga bisasanye olujja lwonna ojjamu akataasa kamu.
You are saying in your position ebana crowds ezitawangula bulu but you know obulu babba bubbe Tamale between me and you know
organizing
era ereeta crowds and the crowds vote.
But the problem nti omukazi olubuto olunene talina balongo si azaala abalongo. That's not a sign of twins. But I praise them. Tibabalina ki NRM yo ebeera mu ki ebeera mu tent waliwo azibbira mu ssente. Kakati buli olukuŋŋaana lwa Museveni ojja kusanga ng'abaana be bakulembeddemu bakola za Museveni zibeeramu baana bato. Waliwo ayina atunda tent, waliwo atunda amazzi, waliwo atunda soda. That cannot be a crowd. That cannot be. Kakati kyenkubulira kiri kimu nti NRM, the politics was not based on issues. NRM found itself nti the intellectuals except me cannot work. Kuba namwe mwaleeta bakuliganizi. Kakati as a result, NRM recruited full figure. NRM recruited Kusasiras. NRM recruited kisa kya Maria.
Are those the ones you are calling Bidoli?
Anti kyenkugamba.
Bidoli byoyogerako.
Baba Yamba. They helped them at that situation.
So Bidoli BNRM.
Kakati anti tebasobola.
You keep claiming.
No, anti nkubuulira tebasobola kunkozesa. Nze nagaana. Because I look for Guardiola because abaserikale bange bali wano Guardiola beko pisto yange muwanga tuwanga de banga then waliojera byeko
toyagala jinda
anti kyenkubulira I know the future
edogoli ondira bali
kakati bo bano kye babakola where I'm disagreeing with Narweso if you disarm Sipapa no mujjako obugombe bwe tomusasudde
Narweso who arrested Sipapa
anti nkubuulira
it is police
yawa order
no
police yali ludawanga Sipapa ino obugombe bonna silence mbukomyewo where are you mulikuwa wapi when these people so therefore
did you find out who gave Sipapa abasirikale
anti kyenkubulira
it can't be Narweso because he's not a deploying officer
who is the gateway to State House have you ever seen Museveni is solid mitwalo ya $10 okumulaba if you give them waliwo ne hotel ye eri ku kizinga kasoso sula mitwalo ya $10 you see Museveni that's why Museveni ebifana how could a man like a Sipapa a notorious criminal find himself with Museveni he was needed at that time Museveni yakozesa bakadogo okuba emundu bwe yatuuka n'afuuka legitimate government yabatwala mu kadogo schools this is what I'm telling these people Sipapa mumuvunane ekintu eki nti Sipapa when you want to talk about Sipapa I'm defending my book the Kidoli politics Sipapa you divide Sipapa in 3 parts the Sipapa a notorious robber who joined the NRM and pretended that he had converted nemubeera naye nemutuusa ne wa Museveni ng'abantu banoonya Museveni tebamulaba
Sipapa
n'atuukayo who are the gate where the of State House bani abakutwalayo abaganda bakuga nti wooteekera omulalu mu kyama ng'omutegeevu tomulaba the moment you consult a madman it means the sensible ones the sane ones are not available it means that Museveni at that time by the time he accepted to meet Sipapa the intellectual muwangaza had deserted him. Do you abandon him?
But was he looking for the intelligent one? Maybe he does not
the
need
situation them. In Uganda, towulirayo nabaga nti ndebesa wa history. Waliwo na wande Kenyo oyo professor of economics. But in many countries, the RASI, the political science, the professor of political science to guide the society. Political science mwajite makerere. Teriyo.
Tetwajita mwabagisoma the best you can do for the country is write books called Kidoli politics. You a political scientist.
I'm a mass communicator.
And you said you're a political
scientist. I get
also.
A simile that people can understand.
And the best you can write for the society is Kidoli.
Sipapa oyo mujemu mukole ebintu bisatu. The Sipapa who went to Museveni, it means that at that time Museveni needed the Sipapas. There was a time when Museveni...
Did Museveni know Sipapa had a criminal record? Did he know?
Where is the intelligence to inform him? Who vets people to see Museveni? There must be a person to vet, a person to meet me. Yes, I don't meet people, Serefi, no. People come to me and I disappoint them. Can I have a photo with you? Who are you? So
you believe that there is intelligence, security vetted
Sipapa?
They knew he had a criminal record.
Yes.
Did they tell Museveni that?
No, even if they told him at that time they needed the Sipapas. The situation warranted the Sipapas.
The record not withstanding.
Yes. Then you have Narweso, who does not evaluate. If Sipapa and Enanga says, we have landed on the information that implicates Sipapa in the area.
In many other robberies, yes. That's what
when at that time he was under the total protection of UPDF. When he was going to steal, was he leaving his escorts behind?
I get the sense.
Oh,
you are saying abadda tuba.
Hey.
Neba munganti abadda tuba abadde n'amajenga
ngakamukuma.
Sa abadda agenda nago.
Ate Narweso n'abakola ekigambo. N'abagamba twagamujjeeko gaali maje. You say we are even investigating where these were real soldiers. Maya
Chidoli politics. Chidoli politics. Tamale Mirundi. Mutani wa Yohana Bindembole.
Nze nonga nti omwana wo akufaanana asaze ensawo ejjinja mala kukonfirming ani
mwana wange ki
nesinzaga nti mwana wani Nalwesi confirms that by the time Enanga says this man was carrying out robbers and the fingerprints indicate that he did them under the protection of who?
Of the army.
Yeah, and the Nalwesi confirms.
But we have withdrawn the soldiers from him.
No. Did the soldiers tell you that the man was a robber?
Or they acted.
Or they were accomplices in the robberies.
You have some point. For the first, you have some
point.
No.
To Nalwesi yaligambi an intelligence officer nabagamba nti education matters.
Kati oyagala alimbe kuba kyayogedde mazima ayogedde amazima tukita twamu abajjasi
situation evaluation
era bonna baffe twaba mu
tukita situation evaluation nze nabagamba nti polita kugamba ki polita kugamba nti omuntu alina okuba a king must be a self king surrounded by a council of wise men. You look at two incidents only. Once Otafiri became a minister of internal affairs, the image of the police has changed. Not tear gas. Have they stopped manufacturing tear gas?
No.
When Muhwezi,
but the position is different. There is no position
when Muhwezi took over, you don't hear Nalufenya, you don't hear safe houses. Have they disappeared?
Not because they don't happen, but because
he's intelligent.
We fear to report them.
Yes.
We fear to report
no.
them. It means they exist, but we fear to report them.
One. Bw'oyinza okugamba nti omusajja ava e Nalufenya nga bamwokereza paasi najja mu kkooti ng'ekiwundu tekinnakala n'awanika omukono. What type of prison warden is this? A prison warden can even tell you nti tetujja kuleeta tetulina mmotoka as you hear. But because the battle was based on malice twapulutu kayihula bajjanga ne mu kkooti nga bati bamanyi baswala za government human rights groups. Two, safe houses have been an integral part of the police since colonial times.
The big story.
Let's
have our first break.
By bringing in Mukwezi, by bringing him in Otafire, the experienced people, things have changed.
I understand.
Yes.
The discussion continues shortly after this break. The big story, Joseph Tamale Mirundi, continues now after the break.
Kakati ekisemba
yosinzira okutulaba
omanyi programu zino tuyina ffe zikola nga tuteeka mu sense ya intellectualism. Otherwise,
you are now doing analysis. You are analyzing a situation.
Kakati kankubuulire another thing the government.
But none of your explanation is exonerating Papa from the criminality that has been alleged.
Anti Papa mumugambe wano lwe yabbye ku luno alegedere. Yes, nti he had to go back to his gang for protection. As Nalwesi ordered for removal of his soldiers, he had to go back to his criminal gang. Why? He would be killed. Mafia rule is that once you abandon your group, you are killed. Gwendoza wali mwana muto. Gundi, Prime Minister Adiebo, bamujja ku Marwa. Museveni amuwa Prime Minister. When he sacked him, he went back to Marwa. Ne bamuchesinga. Watudukako. So a criminal must go back to his gang. That's why Sipapa might have maintained his links with the criminals. That one I don't blame anybody. But once Enanga says that we have stumbled on evidence that he was stealing when he was under
12 other
you must also, and the narration confirms that these are soldiers, you must arrest the soldiers.
Why have they not been reported?
Or you explain to be again and go kuba yasinikanga mu nyumba.
Naleka abasoldiers awo.
Yes.
But that still would indict them bwabanga yasobola okusinikinga n'abava.
Anti enkubuulira.
Bwaba abebba kumuba mu
yes. Kakati too, Nalwesi and others are opening up a Pandora's box. Look, if we pursue people who do things illegally and a situation, will it stop on these people? Kayanja carried out Wembley without a legal instruction, a legal instrument, which means one day the relatives of those Kayanja killed extrajudicially will pounce on him.
When this government goes, probably.
Yes.
Not under this government, but when
but
this government
in the Philippines, the former president carried out an operation. You kill a criminal, a drug trafficker, ogenda mu official address ne bakuba sente z'okutta n'okuziika. Legally. One day, I was in a meeting with Tumukunde and Kayanja. And Tumukunde told Kayanja openly, unless Museveni gives us an instrument as ISO to kill the robbers, one they asked for 6 billion, which was exorbitant at that time. Namugamba, gendo gambe Museveni, ampe instrument eri nkuuma gye bujja. Tumukunde. Namugamba tokwatana ku mundu zange eza ISO. But Tumukunde has a master's degree. He knew the future.
He's a lawyer.
He's a lawyer. Kayanja was excited.
And he's an intelligent man. That's why he cannot.
He did a good job, but is he protected?
Who? Kayanja?
Kayanja.
Yeah, no, for as long as this government lives,
yes.
He's protected.
So if you pursue Kisacha Maria, you called him at home. Like this younger woman of Uganda Airlines. Tasabanga kumulimo, Museveni yamuita. Why do you call somebody in trouble and they abandon him? Or her? We need to stop there.
Museveni siye yamuita. Wabula omu ku baana ba Museveni yatwalayo.
What about the deputy commander?
The story is clear.
What about the deputy commander Ereru? Who accepted responsibility, Nasambulia, for attacking Mumberezi Palace and killing people. The then Yame commander Katumba Omala.
Ereru remains protected.
The then Yame commander Katumba Omala denied knowledge of the attack.
And he was sacked.
Yes. Because when this government came in 1986, they instituted the Commission of Inquiry on Human Rights.
Museveni is called Commander-in-Chief. It means he has a right to go past Katumba Wamala and order any.
Wabulirayo kwegamba ono Ereru yakwata Katuusa n'akuba olubiri lwa Mumbere. And the way I know Museveni, one day you'll see Mumbere in the State House.
How?
I'm telling you.
Mumbere.
One day you'll see Mumbere with Museveni in the State House.
Mumbere.
Me, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about.
Museveni and
Kakati, Ereru alagawa. Where will Ereru go in the future government?
He's a general. He's
promoted. Any government that comes in power first puts up an inquiry to discredit the earlier one. This is why Ruto has said and implemented it immediately. Today in Kenya, the Inspector General of Police is the accounting officer of the police. He receives the money and knows how to disperse. Why? Ruto expects arrests and he has isolated himself. If Uhuru, you are arrested, don't ring me. We have an independent police.
Which is accountable.
Hey, ring the Inspector General of Police. One day, Ereru agenda kuddamu. Nga bamubuuza, the then, I'm a commander, denied that he was aware. Where did you say? Did you see any other person apart from Ereru who did not see the future?
Where did you get the orders?
Yes, and Moyi said.
But did the Ereru solve a problem?
Yes, and I'm telling you.
Because there was a problem.
Yes, like
Kisa Maria. Mr. Museveni had talked to Mumbere for almost the whole day. Please stop this, arrest this, correct this.
I have an ICC report that exonerated whoever attacked Mumbere's palace, that there were armed people inside.
They were there.
Yes, but when it comes to politics, a new government has come. Today's Muyekera Oroba is tomorrow's freedom fighter.
True it is.
But Gundi, Captain Ninamiti, ambushed a delegation from the rebels that met Muwanga. Everybody who attended Muwanga's meeting, following the meeting in Germany with the Kirunda Chief Jinja, were killed. But Namiti did not think that one day he will account. When the UPC government collapsed, Namiti was commanding office of Simba, Teyaduka. The joined NLA was arrested and he died in the prison for killing who? Katabalwa, Major Katabalwa. So what are we saying now?
But I think those government is really sober.
Hey.
We don't expect those ones anymore. Things have changed.
No. Nkugambye, are we talking about another government? Any government that comes in power must pursue. Why? Because
their governments where criminality is stardom.
Hey.
Where criminality
is Can I give you 2 examples? Idi Amin was sent to come down to stop with the Mau Mau. He went and was very brutal. Amin killed even children. But after defeating the Mau Mau, Amin came back. What happened? The police recommended for, but don't allow this man into the army. It's very brutal.
After solving a problem for them somewhere.
Yes. Yes. 2, Sebirumbi. Sebirumbi, Amin yateka mpaka z'okuvuma Obote. After taking over. Sebirumbi n'aziwangula. Yagamba nti Obote Nyerere bw'aba ayagala nnyo Obote amufunire farm eriko obugogwa. Agisimbeko bendera agaa nti afuka Uganda. Bwe twawulira ku luyimba yagamba omusajja yayimba ate Obote n'akoma. That's why musicians have resorted to love. Sajja yayimba n'agamba ti bannayuganda ffenna twebaza omutonzi nga tusabira Amini abeere ku nsi kubanga ly'eddoboozi lya Mukama eryaboggolera Obote n'agwa wansi. Kaali keepanka nti tekaddibwamu naye kaamusangayo Amini ataweneena. Kaali keepanka nti tekaddibwamu naye kaamusangayo Amini ataweneena. Bwe kalaba akaswadde ennyo nga kabuuka kwe kwegayira Kinyata akasuzenga avuma Obote. Kinyata yakagamba kimunviira mu nsi siina akalumbibwa Amini gendera eri. Bwe kalaba akaswadde ennyo nga kabuuka kwe kwegayira Nyerere akasuzenga. Ennaku wayita 5 nga bateesa ti emmere n'eremanga embwa zo tosuula effulano n'engoye zo naayozanga naye onfulire bwembudda mataata wange. Amini baakuba mu lupapula lw'amawulire mu Uganda nti omwana wa Nyerere yalwanidde omummonde n'Obote. Demonizing Obote. What happened? Sebirumbi n'awangula ekirabo eky'okuvuma Obote. Amini n'amuwa monopoly okutunda Coca-Cola Nakivubo. Those who used to go to muli baana bato. Sebirumbi yaliwo express yawambako ne express ntumutuuma Sergeant Ddo. Nze naliwo express nga ffe tukuba amayinja.
Waliwo express
nga ffe tukuba amayinja nono omusajja
buli express lwejja ebugembe tugalawo amayumba ne tuva ku kyalo ojja kumalira
nga bw'okola bw'otufuwa firimbi y'amancoolo twalina n'omusajja oli omusajja yakolanga mu judiciary gwe baayokya acid nga bwe tukanyuga amayinja tujja n'amakutiya ndi mwana muto waliwo leefu baali bamuyita Katabalwa. Katabalwa yatubba omupiira n'afuwa ey'amancoolo ne bamusindikira abaana ne bakwata mukazi we ne bakwata abaana b'abawala ne babbayo n'egundi bagiyitanga batya radio cassette. Katabalwa bajja okufuwa omupiira gwe express mu kirasa ne tuwanika mu kirasa Katabalwa nga tumulaga betwajje bebajjewo. Ya express ngoyinza gisala amancoolo. Nasulu yajiwera mu 1978 timu ya Baganda. Kakati ngate yambala red era nze kyobala nasoka kwogera mani wa express. Nina ne gonde ya namba musanvu.
Kama nyandi bintu ebyo n'ebyefujjo sibibadde.
Kakati Sebirumbi
bata abavira twalinga n'empisa.
Anti vira ne express abavira badduka waffe bakawooya bagonde Damulira Faison. So kakati nkubuulira ti Sebirumbi yatuyamba ne tuwamba express ntugobako mutani waki wanuka kyonuka alidde ki kiwanuka oyo namwatulira yakola express azaala ono kati agiriko muzzukulu kyono katone je nomuzukulu wono.
Okay.
Yes. Agati Sebirumbi Obote bwakoma he jumps on Obote. Nabera member wa National Executive ya DUPC. Sebirumbi was accused of supporting the rebels. Mwe Sebirumbi yakubwako boom abayekera. Nibaterewo ne munnamawulire ekyaze agenza kujjayo sena. Kakati Sebirumbi ate ne bamuga nti awagira abayekera. Sebirumbi faced a competition over elections no mululu. I have forgotten the name of this mululu. Kakati Sebirumbi yagenda ne Obote namuga nti mwanyize Luwero bazinogirwa mpaka tuzigule. Nga omusajja Obote nnyo. Biri abyerabidde. Ne bamuga nti awagira abayekera. Baziriyo yakwata benzi ya Sebirumbi nagisalako emipiira nti awagira abayekera. Sebirumbi bamuyola bamukomera. Abenala Sebirumbi waba mukomera. What happened? Ne wabeerawo olutalo lwa Muwanga ng'omuntu asobola okuvuma Paulo Muwanga ye Sebirumbi. Obote released him from prison. Najja avuma Muwanga nga ne Lwakasiisi.
Waliwo mbera mu government ng'okuvuma mulimu.
Situation.
Ng'okuvuma kyetaagisa.
Kakati
tegeza abagamba nti wapangisibwako Museveni okuvuma
Abaganda nze ndi sensible. My arguments are not
there's a time you say that you were a dog of your master.
Yes,
you attack everybody,
but I don't abuse. Me, I humiliate you by what I say. Me, I don't abuse the people. I'm highly educated. I know how to handle issues.
When you said you were a dog, what did you mean?
Yes. Embwa eruma yingira, teruma afuruma. Embwa eruma n'abako. Museveni gave me a job to defend him. Nenvamu. Yebeshi yabakujja mu buyinza teyalifunye bamudefendinga. Do you kill whatever becomes him oguta hangaman? The hangaman in Jinja is a Musoga. Have you ever seen him? Whatever the country of Muzimu Gukuba hangaman, ye yamulese. Whatever you call Ngomsibe, Aqua prison warden, ye yakulese, what was the review? My responsibility was to defend Museveni, and I did it perfectly well. That's why I have the longest
tenure there.
Yes, 14 years. None has done it. Under different conditions.
But an audit of your 14 years will reveal very and becoming things.
Nenkugamba nti Sebirumbi was arrested by Obote for collaborating with the rebels. He picked him there to fight Muwanga. But when the rebels he was supposed to have supported came, they hanged him. Chovola say Shangaban. During the campaign, I was denied any amount of money. Nakuba bukofira tebwasa sulwa. Nenkuba butabo bwange Museveni wrote to me. Reproduce our books tebwasa sulwa. Bali bagala nkolere mu kakiiko banjoge ningano genda.
Era no kolera bwere.
Nakolera bwere. But for me, nakwatanga sente zange neziteekamu. Mu Kampala muno nga tutambula n'oyo mukazi gwe baawo bwa minister. Because Wambwa ayige yene ya mukamawe. As I supported Museveni and popularized myself, as I come here, which batamanyi, many of my talk show programs are not paid for, but I'm marketing my ideas.
So, obusungu nabo nabo ina bwa butakusasula.
Tebansasula.
Obukofiira n'obutabo tebakusasula.
No, but they are coming in now.
Na isinga Museveni gwakola yasima yani kusasula ina ode gama.
There is a battle.
Tayagala osasula.
Wabaddewo abaserikale yabampa. Era ekyokola nti maama wange is suffering from mental Gundi, intellectual Gundi. Break it down.
You know that Museveni may not even be where you have soldiers.
Anti-Chinko, abatwale kale. Abajaso bayita underwear. Anti abatwale. Ate motoka ya UC. Bajija kama what I know about Museveni. Nejo nabalabi ku byuma byange nga boogera. The president has not helped us. Ye yatuleka tukubagane. Na yenzi nabaweereza message ne maka tusonyiwagane, time has come tusonyiwagane. Bumina yongero I reacted to what you do. A Canadian investor told them go in writing and apologize for switching off his programs. I'm not going to invest in Uganda unless you restore.
Why would they apologize for a matter they have investigated and found it to be true?
You don't know. This man wants to invest in Uganda. Gwalolabyeko omanyi social media terimba omanyi following jenina omanyi following kubanga social media ekulaga ti omusajja ono bw'abeera ku TV oba ng'ayogera
wabaawo abawuliriza
abeerako n'abantu emitwalo 2
because his conspiracy theories
kakati nkubuulira nti naalibadde siwagira kisa kya Mariya kuba yakuba omwana wange namugjamu amanya naalibadde siwagira fulufiga yanvumako
ebyo byonna yabikola
anti kyenkubuulira he was doing his work like a hunger man. Did the government reprimand him at that time? Yes, yali akola abakoledde. There are times when you need kakoza mutale nakugamba ti mu political science tuyina abantu babikabina tuyinayo ba grassroots politicians like me tuyina be elite politicians era nkikola nti you need a Professor Nsibambi to accompany you to a World Bank meeting yakugireyo sente Professor Kyesimira you need them because of their excellent gundi lwaki muleeta Nuwagaba Professor Nuwagaba are there no professors to justify kakati netubeerayo ne betuyita coffin image politicians abakanga ensi
coffin
image nti coffin yekanga naye coffin yekanga eri omuntu gisulemu olabeka tu abaana bazibajja bazisulamu to intimidate people nti ne bwogende Kenya uhuru abamuleeta baali bayaye abo bakisa kya Mariya waliwo omusajja mu Nairobi nga bamuyita Sonko yabeera governor. But as this man, the mistake he made, this is what Narwis want to make. Jacoba Sonko, grassroots politician, moyi yafuga Kenya, ngajifugira ku Nasiru Mombasa, teyasoma. Waliwo Kanyinji, nga yakuba abakikuyu, nga ali mugundi, kulunya, olwa motoka. Vehicle inspection. Nga ina Mutisa, Mukamba, babuza Mutisa wasomawa. I'm a graduate of the University of Life. Abo bakukolera, they are grassroots. The moment you bring in, kakati, my argument is, don't disarm these people. They helped you.
So we let Chipapa free again.
Mumukwate yabye mumuvunane guno. Bajaja fa batala kubamisani. God cannot judge them according to the Bible. The 10 Commandments, they have never seen them. At that time, you wanted them. All of the intellectuals had run away for their future. Nimuleta abatayina future. Why do you now chase them away? That is my book, the Kidoli politics. After emptying your stomach in the Kidoli, you are now chasing them away.
Tamale Mirundi. I hope after Kidoli politics, you don't try to toilet paper politics, because after Kidoli goes with it.
No, you see, a toilet paper operates like this. Once you flush, you cannot retrieve it. But this government has a policy of recycling.
They flush you and look for you.
They don't flush you. You remain in Chidori. Yes. Atemba gamba. Even that recycling is bad. Mawoyo. Bagamba chirunda chive jinja. Nti yagenze mu Uganda Railways. Najjayo lita za mafuta 10,000. Bwe bali bamusensalinga mu parliament mawe yagamba. Whenever you look at this man chirunda chive jinja, I see mukali ngisiri. Atenga chirunda yakola lugudo lwe wapo. Era mawe yagamba muhwezi. You have all of this thinking wealth. Tell us the source of this wealth. Mulwana makes batteries. Mukwano makes soap. What do you make? Oh, what did your father make? Gati, nze chembe unyako. Nti, recycling. Can you give Kaikole a job today after humiliating him before Guti? By the time I went to the bush, Kayigula was an ADC of Saleh. And Saleh directed Kayigula to give me a cup of tea, coffee, and a military jacket to cover myself. The place was called Namusari. Namusari is a school that had been deroofed. Nimulabanga ali kumpingu. Can you give Kayigula a job? Nenda batumukunde. Nga mutadde katebe bwemuti. Handicapped. Where did he tumukunde's son marry from? Nenda ba Sempija ran to me at night. Jajja bantwala nga bamukuba nti ya sente za mawako. nenga hazard ye minister wa agriculture Moses ali yali agente ebikumi ebi nayo ne yajja obuto bw'amawako ya sente z'amawako. He comes back as a minister of defense. Who is going to respect you? No,
the big story
udaba
Kubaba TV
Kadaga ono musajja gundi kulisani bamuyita kulisani
akola ki
Kulisobole who was attacking Museveni left right and center in Gundi nakwata wheelbarrow nafulumya obuntu bwa Kadaga tomorrow nompo bwa minister me I don't come back kumizigo bwe tuba tulwanagana tuyina bye tutavuma mukazi nawe bye tavuma baawo okujjako nga mugenda kwawukana. A woman cannot accept to come from the same place where you strip her naked. Who will respect her again? Government in cycle yoga. Yes. So if you have this practice of recycling, no kuswaza. If you had a serious media, ngomwana watu mukunda agenda okuwasa je yawasa nalaga tumukunde katebe handcuffed. Tumukunde yalaja na gent comrades amanda attack. So you people, you are only because Muganda says umuseza ine mmere yetabula gwatta a poisonous person
Baba TV
nti baba joga mukoma wu me cannot me I need money maybe in the future but not now
Tamale Mirundi
nga wampita aba new vision bagamba tukuwadde omulimo you are one of our directors million 5 omwezi naningera kuba kabusenga mutte you used to book the Tamale enemy as a madman.
You're director of what?
He bampo mulimu n'engugana
you to be director of what?
50 million per month I rejected nalinyo busenga mutte
so the katumule mukatono
so
let's have a short break right back shortly after here tunulire gwe yasoma international relations European Union Parliament egamba Uganda teddamu okuzimba omudumo gw'amafuta kubanga ekola ebikola ebikyobula eddembe ly'oku
naye ate mwana kanko
Mwami Museveni abavumye Parliament abavumye Bobi Wine aganti balyose tubadde tufa
let me tell you kana kataba nakawandiika dda the oil cars
zero kwogerako
yes
nti amafuta kikolimu
nabawandikira ku mafuta naye mbagamba aid as a tool of trouble. Why has foreign aid brewed trouble in Africa? Bare facts indicate that conflicts are prevalent in oil-rich countries that have not surrendered their resources management to European and American oil companies. In many African countries, especially those in West Africa and Central, long ago, exploited by the French companies, Petrofina, which did not leave behind any tangible development. What people don't know, nti Central Africa ina mafuta. All of these Central African countries, they surrendered the oil to Petrofina yaba Faransa. They are poor countries. Oil is an inexhaustible resource. Nobody can tell you the exact oil resource you have. They can tell you technology. Oil dwarfs other income from other products.
Sectors, yes.
Sectors. Nigeria kule mmere. Nenga twakula bali enda kuyabo. The moment they discover the oil dwarfs. When you have oil, you embark on Ivory Tower projects. Damu ye jinja enkadde. Yali eguddemu mwali teyaba Japan. Kuloni. Flyovers. Highways. Because you have oil. Your quality worthiness improves because of oil. But one day when you wake up, you find that you are heavily indebted. Every thief is here because of oil. Everybody brings an idea because of oil. So, nakawandika miaka nga 10 years. One of my sons.
Are you saying we're under the oil curse now? But you actually ask, is it a curse or a scrum?
Let me tell you,
what is it?
One of my sons went to Scotland, Aberdeen University, and his area of specialty was oil and the oil law.
Mutabani wa mukugu mu by'amafuta.
Yes.
Yasoma amafuta na mateeka agafuga amafuta.
Yes.
Mutabani wo.
Aberdeen University. Era bwe nagenda.
Buli government kebeno.
Bwe nagenda Scotland bambuuza. Have you brought Museveni's money? Konze how? I was one of the few blacks who attended the graduation party
in
Scotland, Aberdeen University. He specialized in natural resources, oil and oil law. Amateka agafuna amafuta galiranda niyoka.
Alirudda wa mutabani we.
Ate nkugambye nkugaye nti baloya nina bana. Badokita nina bana. Ate babakazi banjawulo. Toteeka majigo mu kibbo kimu ekitegeeza brain eri munze mwennyini. Brain eri wansi wano kubanga singa brain teri muyingini mwali baddemu abasiru kaka nze abaana bange bonna brain eri mu batuley
Joseph Tamale Mirundi
kati abagala okuzaala abaana abagezi ekanipe donate kakati nkugamba nti in Central Africa citizens of these otherwise rich nations remained poor to date because foreign oil companies only gave some residue proceeds to the ruling class. As long as French companies had a free hand in oil deals in these countries, there was no trouble because, in this case, by the people they're talking about, the environment, it meant French citizens first. And second, those from other Western nations, not the Africans. Okay. Do they raise environmental concerns in Saudi Arabia, which is a desert?
European Union.
And
is it the oil cast they are pursuing
oil
now?
Africa abakasi. Any country that gets oil in Africa, the problem is in Uganda. Museveni's stance. Museveni believes we must have a refinery. Museveni bamuite in Nigeria. Do you know that many Nigerians don't get fuel in Nigeria? They cross to Cameroon.
Yes.
Where it is cheaper. Nancy Amusam. President Museveni bamuite in Nigeria to address, to defend the refinery. Twatuukayo mu northern Nigeria ng'ekifo kigula ekifo kyatuuka ku $5 Museveni we yajjira. Museveni is a man who is admired outside. Museveni will be like Nkrumah. Nkrumah is admired everywhere except in Uganda. Kakati
so Museveni is admired where?
Bwe tutuuka in Nigeria, Museveni defended the refinery. Yabagamba nti ingenda kyokujjonyola. Kakati wano nkugambye in Sierra Leone, Britain deployed over 5,000 soldiers ostensibly to evacuate the nationals trapped in that country's bloody civil war. Instead of focusing on the mission, the British troops invaded and took over Sierra Leone diamond fields that they control up to today. In Sierra Leone today, no topic is undiscussed save the value of diamond exports. It is believed that this can lead to a coup d'etat. The Sierra Leone political leadership has virtually surrendered their country's diamond fields to Britain. Whenever oil has been discovered in Africa, the foreign friends in inverted commerce have sent us experts to determine our priorities, many of which influence to incite the population against their leaders. As usual, the gullible Africans believe that corruption allegations, as if this was the most corrupt case in Kubulira. Nti.
Okay. Let us look at the merit of the case. The EU Parliament yegamba nti ebikolwa ebyokutyobula eddembe ly'obuntu.
Yes.
Mukwata bano, musiba bano, muggalira bano, drone zitambula. Bituufu si bituufu.
How does it touch on oil? Attend the European Union sijinyenga nako. Abasajja bano bagezi. Museveni abamulwanyisa balina amagezi. If you give Museveni oil money, ng'abadde atambulira ku mwanyi n'alumba Africa yonna. Omwe oil revenue. Yes. Nti Nigeria bwe yafuna oil resources. Nkrumah bwe yafuna gold. He sent most of the money for the liberation of Africa. Nyerere had little resources. He spent most of his money to the frontier states. So any person who did international relations like me, I know the international community cannot allow Museveni to have oil revenue.
Yeah, because well, you know why they can't have, because bamanyi nti ajja mukozesa bubi. Olaba asuubira busuubizi naye drone zitwala bezitwala bakuba eriyo be basibye eri abalemedde mu makomera.
Ekyokubiri.
So ate bwe wanaabaawo oil.
Oil revenue egenda kuyamba ani? The Russians who are selling us weapons, the Chinese who are here, where we have a big debt. So the European Union is fighting a proxy war, and it's a serious war. Why? They can declare your oil blood oil. Why do you have a pipeline? Today, you have a pipeline to the sea. At the advent of colonialism, you had a railway from the sea. Today, you are creating a pipeline to the sea. Why? You are serving the same interest. The railway was started in 1896 to link Uganda to the sea. The steamers had failed. They were carrying a very good. Now, Okute, Amafuta, Museveni announced the oil discovery way back. But Kenya is an oil exporter. Kenya is Amafuta.
Already.
Southern Sudan, Bali, the professor of mathematics, Nababalida. Amafuta gano bwe mugatwala ekatuumu batubala sente ze tufuna. Bwe tugayise Kenya n'ababalira, bwe mugayise Ethiopia, waliwo akasozi akali steep we muyina okuleetanga ebimotoka ebyamaanyi bisika emmotoka. A mathematician, a professor of mathematics in Juba University, calculated abawo ne badduka misinde baalya sente ne baggwawo. So me, as a man who did in Museveni's problem, in fact I write it here, the problem Museveni has, nti nkugamba mukatabu kange kano kena wandika ngomwana ngamaze okugenda okusoma oil. Nkugamba many commentators have advanced arguments, some of which are childish and laughable. They say oil wealth is a curse, and that this is what is haunting our younger oil sector today. My submission is that the view is unscientific and therefore false. What do they mean by oil curse? It is true that in many African countries where oil has been discovered, it has triggered trouble and generated excitement, which has attracted foreign interventions. But this cannot be defined as a curse or a pest, for it would affect whoever has oil. So if oil was a curse, how come it only affects African countries? This to me is paramount. Why hasn't it caused trouble in Norway and other developed systems? Therefore, the exclusion of Norway is enough to invalidate the argument of oil wells being a curse. Another pertinent issue to address is the sincerity of our foreign friends, in inverted commas, about equal distribution of oil proceeds among Ugandans. We may have to first examine their conduct in relation to other products of export value. Okay. Since the colonial period, did we, as Africans...
Can we look at the issues that these people are advancing? They are fighting a proxy war, their own war. That could be true.
Let me tell you, Bobi Wine tamanyi. Museveni will never leave power until ngafunya amafuta. Mbabulira. Why? If Museveni had gone in 2016 or 2021, and people see the flyovers now in Kampala, they would condemn Museveni nti yatukonya. Waliwo nabagamba ti enkoko mijimanyi. Enkoko yedda si ye ya leero. Enkoko bwe mwagiryanga ng'emala ennaku 7 mu bubiri toddamu kulya nkoko ndala. I think it was done to preserve enkoko okuba tezaaliwe. Naye omusajja akyala ewa mukwano gwe n'awulyanga enkoko bagigoba kozi bagitwala ku mpanga yalemera bwe wiiki namba. Tebamulyako omunyonyi. Nabagamba nti it would be better for a man who has detected ndi mugenda kutta nkoko mugireeta agirye kagende mu kifo ekyo gikweka asule mumunoonyeze n'ebyokwebika. It would be better. Museveni yatugamba amafuta gasimwa 2.6 ne bagamulemesa n'abagamba ga 2.11 ne bagamulemesa n'akomawo alinda nkoko
ga 2.16
n'agati ga 2.16 ne gatajja n'akomawo alinda enkoko
kati yagambye ga 2.25
ayira ajja kubeerawo. Why? Anybody who gets oil money will develop this country. Adwafinga Museveni's development. Very people, except the people like me, who will assess how much money did Museveni have at that time. Never munakola mutya.
Wanga na yera bwaba akondemminga bobote n'amini tabala how much money did they have at that time. Abakondemminga as if
Bobi Wine jule enkoko omusajja ayirye kagende. Omukenyi nemumanyi enkoko bwe bagitanga ne bagireeta ne bagiwa kojja mmwe omuko yazze ate nga it is up to the muko to decide oba eno agisala oba agenda nayo.
Emukoya bagimuleetera muko enkoko
kakati bwe yasalangawo bagitte n'atunulira nga mutudde ku lujjuliro muli abagezi okulima bakomyewo n'ababalanga muli bangi ngaga nti ekyoka kyange kinkutta ate saze naddagala muginsibireko ngende nayo olwamaze okubala
ndi bwe munagigabana
taliyajja
kulya nga bagimusibira.
That's why Uganda tells you, did you come to count my children? Wazze kulya na kubala baana. What was the essence of a visitor counting the children? To know if I spend this chicken with this group of children, sijja kulya muginsibireko ekyoka kinkutte kati
nga ngende nayo
enkoko yange muginsibireko. Ekyokubiri
parliament bwega nti
Muganda, do you know the use of enkoko to Muganda? Enkoko we call it enkokola. It cleans buli kimuntu yonna ekirisimbo like omujjwa ijulu enjuyiza ekiziba gundi statement. Kakati when it comes to enkoko women we are not allowed to eat enkoko embizi and why the formation stages tayinza okuzaala omwana alinga embizi oba omutwe ogw'enseenene obaki. It was not madu as this modern women are trying to say. Tewali kye babagaana kulya bo baali kye bamanyi nti oyinza okuba nti yalya nnyo enseenene kati owulya maŋŋeene ne wanyama. Wanyama means maama we yayoya nnyo ennyama, maŋŋeene yayoya ebyennyanja. Musana bamuzaala masana musana. So cultures ziyina ebyo lwakuba mwe temuzimanyi. Kakati when you want to test whether your neighbor has an affair with your wife, invite him to share chicken. The gizzard is very important. When you don't say gizzard, when your wife gives the gizzard to the visiting man, then he's telling you has an affair with him and he has children in that family. And when you split the gizzard, what do you see? Have you ever split a gizzard?
Tekitera kubaawo.
Anti gisplitting olabe kyefaanana. How it looks like. And that's how the Baganda settled on it to decide it was Baganda DNA. You split the gizzard as you are watching me and you see what it resembles. Why did it become a determining factor? If I suspect that Mwanga has an affair with my wife, I invite him to my home, we slaughter enkoko, and if my wife gives a gizzard to you, tolaba nti olusingo ne ku nkoko baba lutunda lugendera kumu ne gizzard. Why? A combination of olusingo and the lower part of a chicken. You eat both. So if you see this part of a chicken given to your wife, giving it to a visitor, then you detect that's our DNA. To me, I write ahead. The problem whether you keep Museveni cannot go without oil money. Why? Whoever touches oil money will develop the country very fast, and Museveni's legacy will be dwarfed. So it will be in the interest, because we can.
What is that legacy in the first place?
Yes, anti-Uganda, anti-Kubuulira. Munnayuganda eyafa 2 years ago alabyeko ku motoka eziyita waggulu however short it is flyover zizze eyagirabyeko tulabyeko kubayita waggulu bakola akatindo kamu wali enakawa naye nga abasajja basiiba basitamya olwazi nti abakazi bayitanga ku gundi okubalaba nnika zaabwe enakawa men used to settle themselves there to see the knickers of women as they walked on the gundi therefore any government that will touch money oil money will dwarf the past. As a political science, I tell you.
I think you are only moving to Bobi Wine government. Mr. Museveni says this is his oil.
Yes, who discovered it? Let me tell you, abazungu bamanya oil. The Baganda knew that oil was in Bunyoro. That's why Buganda fought to tooth and nail to retain Yamasaza Gabula. They knew that oil was in Bunyoro. But what they didn't know the particular place. That's why Uganda stuck to the Masaza Gabula. They had got a whisper. Another area that has oil is Lake Wamala. Lake Wamala has got oil. But immediately it was discovered, Lake Wamala in oil. The people who discovered it were arrested and detained up to today. And somebody took over the area and put their plantation. Buvuma has oil.
So, told about Bobi Wine, ne Museveni.
Yes.
Museveni agati abazungu tebajja kumfuga.
Tebajja kumufuga.
Andika nkubulire. Bobi Wine agati nno kye bakoze kyekyo.
Anti let me tell you.
Kandi baleshufu kwongera kutuwagira.
Anti let me tell you. Bobi Wine is going to be misunderstood. Ojiraba? Ene baruwa ojiraba? Ebaruwa eno ojiraba? Njiraba. Ebaruwa Museveni bwe yajja nabagamba nti the British were strategic. Damu yejinja bagikola ku side ya Buganda. Ne Buganda ne bagiwamu shares. Buganda had shares in UEB. 2. All of Buganda government institutions could get free good electricity. 3. Obert had a direct line. Ngevamu mudamu erage wabwe erira. But the Buganda ordinary people were told nti amasanyaze bagabera mu nyumba gakuba libido. Gatwala amanyi gekisajja ne bagata. Era instant yagwawo owekenti lwe Mengo because at independence we wanted the power kavaako kati Museveni bwajja n'ayagala okukola ddamu ku saidi ya Busoga bagiwakanya kankusomere gisoma abantu baga nti mbiyiyiza wano soma ebbaluwa eyo
Monday December 17 21 essaawa 12:31 paka dakika 35. The above project is due to come to the board to seek for your approval. We, the concerned members of Parliament of Uganda, would like to express the following concerns regarding this project. 1. Corruption. The revelation is in court to the effect that there was a lot of corruption in order to influence government officials to give political support to the project to enable the company takeoff. A case in point is the of Kava Yondo Lilian, a finance officer with the AES, who testified under oath in Uganda court that AES spent 1 billion Uganda shillings in bribes. See attached documents. We feel that there is need to investigate these revelations that back earlier press reports that the project was marred with corruption practices. There were press reports that the Minister of Energy and Mineral Development received a bribe from AES. These reports have not yet been fully investigated and the results released to the public. There is lack of transparency. In the process of debating the PPA, members of Parliament were not given copies of this document. In addition, we are not given sufficient time to read and effectively contribute to meaningful debate in the House. It is therefore unfair that such a project is brought to your board without the members of Parliament and the public accessing the PPA for final scrutiny. The 7th Parliament of Uganda requested the Minister of Energy and Mineral Development to give it a progress reports on the above project. To our dismay, despite this request to date, she has never given out any reports. We also believe that the award of Bujagali falls to AES for development as an HEP project without an international competitive bidding process was not transparent. This manner of transacting public business is an untransparent manner and is unfortunate. We think the current corruption practices reported against AES may have had origin from the lack of transparency experienced right from the time AES started its business with the government of Uganda. This was serious.
Spirits.
You want to read? Emizimu
gisome bujagali yagana.
Spirits. Bujagali is a cultural site for the communities in Busoga.
Ne muzukulu wa Queen najjawa azanyire wa amato.
Consultation is held with the spirits on 30th superscript in September 2001 reveals that the spirits refused to be relocated to another place. We feel this is an important factor that has to be addressed before the bank thinks of funding this project, lest this would lead to the destruction of the culture or religion of the people in Busoga. AES and government has put in place spiritual leaders who would favor their own interests without following cultural procedures of choosing the Budagali, the custodian of the spirits at Bujagali. This in itself underrests the people's culture and violates the bank's policies and conflicts of interest. The spirits was a major factor. Why did you want me to read? This letter was written.
Is history repeating
This letter was written
they
by.
fought to the dam. Museveni defeated them.
The letter was written by. So Baloya John Ken Luchamuzi, Geoffrey Kanya, Peus J. Ruondali, Nsubuga Nsambu, Nandla Mafabi, Dan Chewalabye, Frank Nabwiso, and Salam Masumba.
Yes, they fought to the dam. They fought to the dam.
Were they wrong? Because and they said,
anti nze mbiina nze gwe byalonda nze mbiina bizite bitambula nze mbiina kakati naye manyi webikolera ne bwebitakolera neeruukwa ati a woman like Musumba, a member of parliament, writing to the World Bank nti Bujagali aganye.
Yes, the spirits of
emisambo egyo kasaba Museveni yakwata sente ne bawa Bujagali sente n'akuba essimu yakubira emisambo egyo Bujagali essimu
nejivaayo.
Yes, so what Bobi Wine is doing was done a long time ago. Me, I don't blame the Europeans. Why? What is your diplomatic representative in Europe, in the European Parliament? But diplomacy, today, you are selecting people to a yala. What are the objectives of the federation? What type of people should we take to East African Federation? Nedda abakimanyi nti we are trying to create a state. What we are doing, we want to create a state, the East African Federation, with its headquarters in Arusha. A federation means two spheres of authority. We are going to have regional or state governments in Kigali, in Kampala, in Dar es Salaam, in all of the member states. Kakati at the formational level, bantu kibotuteyo. After the First World War, America sent their president, Reverend Wilson, to negotiate the League of Nations. When he went back, I was killed, assassinated. America did not achieve what it wanted, to become a superpower. That's why America sponsored the Second World War, to demolish Europe and become a superpower.
So is Bobi Wine right to support the European sanctions?
Ti Bobi Wine kye yakoze muwemu wa Mark wali wa kugenda Ukraine. Yes. Ya atuyamba nti if you make an opinion poll in Uganda between Ukraine and Russia, 80% of Ugandans support Ukraine.
So Bobi Wine yageze kola che Ukraine. What value addition did it?
The biggest delegation ya Russia is fighting isolation. And Bobi Wine is telling these people that if you think that we also support Russia, no, we have an alternative.
No, Museveni is with Russia.
So
Bobi Wine goes to Ukraine.
As an opposition leader.
You had to go to Ukraine.
But what you did, you saw, tebamuwadde uniform yaabwe y'amagye ono simanyi nankumbi ono omukazi wa traffic agamba kukwata binankani. The law is there. Whoever is found with an item that is a monopoly of the military goes to the court martial. Why do you quarrel with them? Oba babiyina bijaketi babijjeewo bakwate boogere gye babijje. But when you see military police involved, it means batidde ababakozesa bagambe mugende mu bibajjeko twefuula ababibajjeeko, because whenever they are cornered bo bakuwayo n'ogenda kidoli politics.
Let's have a short break. We'll be right back shortly. Kale butereevu ku Baba TV. The big story continues na Joseph Tamale Mirundi nga tuteekateeka kumaliza mu kitundu kyaffe kino ekisembayo.
Yes, kati
tubadde tumaliza international relations.
Oh yes, international relations.
Bobi Wine.
Let me tell you.
No.
Bobi Wine aina anti be bamusumba. But let me tell you. Who are your permanent?
Bobi Wine yagamba ekisooka n'ebiri mu ndagaano z'amafuta ze twogerako. I'm
telling you.
Teri mu Uganda azimanyi.
Yes, nkugambye. The oil agreements are never discussed. If you want like to settle, nkugambye nti abazungu bakola ebintu byabwe. Oil, I've told you, President Yabaganti, I have a bishop in my house. Bible in Jemai. I have a son who not only trained in natural resources, oil and the oil law. In Scotland, where I went.
So why should Uganda support a project they don't know?
Babanyonyole, ti amateeka g'amafuta agamu tegwogerwa. Why? Oil is an existable resource. 2, Bobi Wine mutuufu yeetagala Museveni afune oil money. But it is not Bobi Wine, omulimu gwa Bobi Wine kukulemesa, omulimu gwa opposition kuwumula misumari mabaati, omulimu gwa government kusiba party. What's the reaction of government? Abusing people. The deputy speaker of parliament has said, why don't you sell your American uncle? The deputy speaker of parliament, arrogantly. This is neo-colonialism. No, you are not going to buy this fuel. It will be a small consumption. And that's why you are bringing the buses.
Yeah, because
you want to export
actually, I would agree with Tayewa
as well.
That it is neo-colonialism for the British, for the Europeans to want to dictate for
Where
us.
Are you going to sell this oil? Do you know the biggest consumer of crude oil is China? Who is the largest trading partner with China, Mr. Deputy Speaker? If we had the facilities, it would be dangerous. That's why some people are saying that money with the money, if you make a Mirundi with the money, it's dangerous. But I have a very little appetite for politics. I want to enjoy my freedom. Amatoka tundawa. Why do you have a pipeline to the sea? For foreign consumers. Who are consuming this? Saudi Arabia sells most of its oil to China because they are still using crude methods. The Europeans are coming to solar, clean energy. The future is in clean energy. You are late. By the time you have come to discover to process your oil, the market is shrinking. The speaker doesn't know. Once in international law, domestic law prevails over international law. Why? In the case of Interpol, if we don't have an extradition treaty, nobody can come here. Mo is threatened to arrest.
But the president.
But once you are going to export,
the president has hailed the deputy speaker, Mr. Thomas Tayewa, for a patriotic stand.
Political rhetoric. The deputy speaker is engaged in political rhetoric. Let him play around with the milky. Milky. Even in milky, you must understand that America reach certain standards. Amajiba go be Kenya. Kasoli bam go be Kenya. Reaches because it is not domestic consumption. Deputy Speaker, Mr. Deputy Speaker, go back and do international relations. You are not. Sovereignty means something that affects you. International law batugamba. We don't judge what a president talks to his citizens. No. Museveni can come and say, tuli bamanyi nyo tukuba America. Museveni can say, we Kayihura yatraininga millions z'abantu 12. Museveni aganziyingiza maje. Walaba Kenya mobilizing. Walaba Tanzania, this is domestic consumption, political rhetoric. Can you manage an army of 12 million? Or China? But if Museveni had come up in the international arena mu East Africa, Dar es Salaam, naga I'm mobilizing amaje million 12. Are you Hitler? It would lead. But domestic consumption, when you are talking, every kid believes that his father is the richest and is the strongest. But go back baje kuwaba watata we. Daddy ondeta ye mugati ye. Daddy ondeta ye motoka ye. Daddy ondeta. So we leave you in international relations. We leave you to address your people. What matters is what you say in international fora. Are you going to consume? Yes, we are going to have a refinery. But that refinery will consume which percentage? Because even Burundi has oil. Tanzania, Kenya has oil. So, are you going to send it to the neighboring countries?
No.
Yes.
We have.
Part of this oil extends to Congo. What if Congo solves these domestic problems? In fact, one of the reasons why it is delayed was because that it extends to Congo. To Inoruzo extending a Congo, only under Albert. 2, nti, bali bagamba nti amafuta gaffe omanyi waliwo aga fossils n'aga vegetables aga flora. President yakwata ekyupa n'agitwala e Moscow without the knowledge of these people. Ne bamugamba nti amafuta go gali right malungi nnyo. He had directed the closer of the oil wells until he confirmed. Museveni yakamba mugaleke mugaveko. If I don't have oil on my side, I will not take to other people. Let South Africa be raised. 7 years these people away. If I don't have oil on my side, close the wells. Now what is
Gamu abasoma political science, international relations.
Yes.
Is it right that the president looks at oil as his oil as opposed to our oil?
As the speaker is talking about neocolonialism, you would dispatch a team, a strong team of diplomats to European Union to address their concerns.
Where are those strong ones?
As Ruto insists,
the ADC center
as Ruto insists that I have no room for opposition, I want a strong opposition to chair. The other day in Mombasa, his vice president was meeting Raila. Raila yagambi ngenda kwata abantu million each numbe judiciary. He controls the parliament and the Senate. As you talk about your political rhetoric, use also nete mubayina. The celebrated diplomat is Ayebari. The same powers are not there. Ambassador Sentonga, Alimu Protocol, Alimugun.
But where are they?
You have not trained diplomats. Where do you find a country that does not train diplomats? By this time, all your members, former members of EALA would be where?
They lead your nyotos.
Why do you have term limits for EALA members, not term limits for MPs? They wanted to train them and then use their knowledge to continental and international. Instead of having Kazibwe, former vice president, the first female vice president in Uganda, would be a special assistant, a special envoy for Museveni in the European Union. When you talk, they listen. What's your credentials?
Because of your credentials.
Yes, they look at their credentials. Who are you? I'm a former RDC. When the people, a Minister of Foreign Affairs finds the time, not the Catholic, no Mutwale Saudi Arabia, Kabaka was Saudi Arabia, Bamunaba Muzikiti, Omukafiri again, Koma Jeddah. You have a problem to overhaul. Don't think that the diplomatic corps is for failures, is an extension of the civil service. When Europeans raise a query, answer with the people who are knowledgeable. But the moment you go back, don't look at Bobi Wine. Bobi Wine, anonya kufiriza. But do you have diplomats who can handle the European Union? Have the European Union raised concerns?
Can you look at those concerns?
Yes, can you look at those concerns?
What Mr. Museveni and what the Deputy Speaker are not looking at are whether they can examine the concerns to see whether they made it. Their conclusion is...
Why? Oba banyigiriza Russia inaliza gold, inaliza oil, nene bejifikishinga. Nti gwe Uganda. Ekyuma kimaze ogaya amayinja ng'osibira ku bulo. Ekyuma kikayiza amayinja Russia. Olwazi. Nti obulo no Deputy Speaker of Parliament is obulo is military. The international community has crushed the Russians with the largest reserves of oil, cement, gold, gas. And you talk in your parliament, your below. Your parliament is a calo, a grain of a calo, where they have crushed mountains. So don't talk. Those of us who did international relations, I cannot engage in any quarrel. This is what we call quiet diplomacy. Send it to European Union. Why? The European Union Parliament gets money from this.
But Museveni has said total wegano bikola agenda bakuba mu mbuga.
Even that total
they will continue.
Even that total you are talking about is a fake. Get it from me. I challenge Nankabiro whether that total company is not a fake. It's a fake. That's why Nankabiro went to Canada to solicit for people. Museveni Tachimanyi, that company is a fake. The total company is a fake.
Naye Museveni bwaga nti they must go ahead and work.
Anti,
do you think they will stop? Bagenda kuliza Museveni bagenda kuliza European Parliament.
Kankubuuze. Omusajja minisita Lwamirama akeera kumakya n'alangirira kaluso. Gwe ne bw'onajjayo ente ezo ng'oli w'amagye onoositunda mu katale kyaba n'alya kaluso. Maya baffe anzaala amagulu gamulinga ga maya bange. Bali abasajja ensi baagisiba. The largest consumer, Angola, ina oil, wamaanyi nnyo. Why is it that Portugal does not buy oil from Angola? The distance. Why was Mandela opposed to the war in Iraq? Iraq had a better agreement with South Africa over oil. Ngajikuze ebyokulwanyisa bano bamuwa amafuta. So international relations, the Chinese, the Iranians at one time went stubborn and said, we are leaving the dollar zone. Dollar fluctuates. Amafuta gaffe tugenda gatunda ku international market. Abamerika ne bagagaana. When Iraq went to China, they said, we buy it in our local currency. When they went to India, we buy it in our local currency. The stubborn Iranians went back. Abazungu ensi bagisiba gwetayebwa. Ensireka gibalanga Makerere University gye wali ng'otunda ttaka. This is something bigger. Kyetaaga ffe abatabbuuku abasoma menu. When I sit on the table, I tell you, the largest, why has China failed to go to war? It's a backyard of USA. Where would it sell its products? At one time when we visited China with the president, bamutwala mu Pepsi-Cola industry ngeri automated. Nze nekitegeera. Mu China ngeri automated. Nze nekitegeera. Nti Abamerika baagala mulaga. Even in a country which has the cheapest labor costs, tusobola okukola automation. Museveni visited in China a Pepsi-Cola factory that was on automation. Nga temuli muntu n'omu.
Buli kintu kitambula kyokka.
In a country where you would expect labor, China to dictate on you, we cannot allow an automated industry here.
Because we will not offer jobs.
It will not offer jobs. But Museveni visited a Pepsi-Cola factory in China on automation. We don't find a person there. Yes.
So if
the Chinese can accept an automated factory, who are you, Mr. Deputy Speaker? Mutuyite tubanyonyole. Mutuyite abatabbuuku. Abasoma menu.
I think I will have an interview, special interview with the Deputy Speaker.
Yes.
To understand byogamba nja kumugamba.
He is a friend of my son.
Yes, ngenda should be your friend.
Tayebwa is a friend of my son.
He's not your friend.
Ate nze mbeera nabo. Gundi speaker yali mukwano gwange nnyo. I told you.
Speaker onaliko.
Very
babera batya mikwano gyo Kadaga yali mukwano gwo nono mukwano gwo.
Kadaga senga w'abaana. Oyo adapted omwana mu family yange. Era bamuyita mwana we.
Wa Kadaga. Obo wa Anita Among.
Anita Among.
Naye mukwano gwo?
Anita Among adapted a son in my family. Mwana we. kadagasenga w'abaana
ng'oli mu bintu kati byeyomulugunya bulijjo byerwa buli wamu
nze abanwanyisa mu gavumenti abanwanyisa mu gavumenti bali aba. There are only 2 people are fighting me in government, but the consensus is they must give those people. Bagenda kumpa sente zange nabaweereza message nti time has come bana nange kampeko mama wange jifuti aleme kufa kuba kakati alogoota na bulogootanya. Why mwajjako programu zange programu mwazijjako
yali aziwuliriza
tazivaako yambuuza naye wabakola ki wababbako omukazi mu state house omuzeeyo terimi obwenzi bwa kitaawo bulabika bwakubisa omukazi mu state house kyovula abakuli bubi
ne maama amanyi obwenzi bwa kitaawo
naye kakati
amanyi mutabani we
kati yamaze ennaku 2 ng'ayogera bwogezi until an intervention naye nze mutegeera.
That means you are affecting her
life
so much.
Mujje bamukuba lwa Museveni. The only Muganda who was the target during Buganda riots was my mother. Museveni rescued her. Naye tamuguliranga yo yadde padado. N'akagaali katambuliramu akabalema omusajja yakamuweereza bwe.
Museveni rescued her. Museveni yamutaasa.
Yes.
Ate tamuguliranga yo wadde panado.
Yagamba na Wilson nakalema nti muleetera mama wa Mirundi nokolima efitina ye eya bulijjo efitina eyo neemukwata.
Museveni yayagaza ki maama wo?
But for you see for me, nasoma psychology. A person who is not omuntu yenna mukamba buli sivuma buvumi. Omuntu atatuuka mu university alina byamyusinga. Omuntu yenna atatuuka mu university alina byamyusinga bingi. The people you remember, why is it that the people you remember are the former university gundi? The people you remember sibe olina mu primary. When Museveni took over power, he dominated his government with the people from Dar es Salaam. A person who never went to the university, problem ye ya socialization, the interaction, because it is at the university we have brains. Nti Mau, speaker yali minister we, Olanya, the rate yali gundi we. Yes.
Bali bonango oli president wa Chimpono ali munda muno.
Yes. A person who never went to the university is having something missing. Is that the university where you finalize. The last speaker was telling somebody that in the politics, the last speaker takes the day. Why is it that people remember the last speaker? Why is it that always the chief guest speaks last? 2, the people remember number 1, not number 2. Teriyo gondi small trophy ya World Cup. Mufuna midali. Not to undermine the World Cup trophy. 3, people remember the implementer, not the proposer. Nti, besi ya sigama nti umusolo nguwera. Museveni implemented it. The man who abolished the graduate tax was basic. Why? Ebusoka baba kubani baba tani baduka abasoloza omusolo. Masaka gwaliyo nga gukuba n'abantu mu church bagutenda linzi. Then besi yafuta realize nga garage tezikola. Besi said I will ban graduate tax is useless. But because the political power is
it was graduate tax and cost sharing in hospitals.
Yes. But because a house girl can make a proposals, but it's up to the housewife to decide what you eat. Omuntu yenna nze mbatunulira mutunulira abantu abatatuuka mu university. First of all, buli kubatunulira wa university bwoleta idea nga yete yagenda mu university ajigoba. Despises university ideas. He feels assertive.
Akaba tulabye n'abasomi.
Yes.
Tulabye n'abasoma.
Yes.
Olugezi lw'abasoma.
Yes.
Anti logamba abantu naye bwe mbaga nti nina diguli 3. Anti oyagala nnyo ebintu.
Abo tebakola.
Abali arrogant.
Abo tebakola.
Mbwe diguli 3 tezikola.
Semakula Kiwanuka became a professor at the age of 26. Semakula Kiwanuka did diplomacy in America. Akolawa. Professor Semakula Kiwanuka.
Ebito byetwasoma Makerere
yabiwandi.
Professor
Semakula Kiwanuka, Professor Kalugiri. bye bitabo bye twasoma mu arts.
Yes, bye twasoma be bawandika.
Yes.
Samakola chwa.
Where is Samakola Kiwanuka?
Where is he?
Anti kyenkubuulira mu Uganda takolamu. Bukenya diikula gwe baleeta. To succeed. Bukenya afuuka diikula. Kye kyamazaawo emyaka ekyo. Diikula mu Buganda tosobola kubeera nga wasoma nowuli is only me who has a talent and a charm. I'm the only educated person who can tell me that this is wrong. Public education. Nabagambye jo tewali mu Uganda kabaka gwe basobola kuyita kugenda kuziika queen. Why? The word republic. Once you have a passport that bears the name Republic of Uganda, in a republic there are no kings. These are traditional rulers. A sovereign mu Africa mulimu basatu bokka. Owe Morocco, Swaziland, ne Lesotho. Only. Beba sovereign. Ntibo bagenda mu UN bagenda wa
as kings.
But the rest are traditional leaders. Mu Uganda tewali gwe bayitamu genda kuziika queen. Talimu. No. And now batunulira. These are Republicans who are opposed. Canada and America. Those who believed in the monarchism went to migrated to Canada. Australia and New Zealand.
Oyo ye Tamale Mirundi mutani wa yana nemole na matuvu lwaliro bwatu bwatutte mukidoli politics tulinda
next time ngenda kunyonyola nti Museveni has made a number of pronouncements on land where they not working. Naye olaba kano kenda kuba
oyo
Sudiru ng'asiika Mutebire
kati Mutebire yafa tumuleke
anti namugamba nti Mutebire abbye banka ya Sudiru agenda musiika agiseseme teyagisesema
banka yamugamba gisesema
nawandika katabo kano nga olaba Sudiru bw'asiika Mutebire
ng'amusiika
naye nakawandika dde kakebereko. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless you. Offered on Friday 11 August 2017. Yes. Nembaga nti banka ya Sudiru nagikwata ku bigambo bibiri. When a bank collapses, it is given to a liquidator. In the case of a Sudiru's bank, it was given to a receiver. Yes. Omuntu afudde bamutwala mu ggwanika. Omulamu bamujwisiza waadi oba eddwaliro.
Eyolwaliro bwetyo bwegenze ne Joseph Tamale Mirundi buli lwakuna ssaawa 3 paka 5 ate bajja gikuddiramu ekiro ku ssaawa 4 ez'ekiro ku mukumu zessa Simon Yanga Lutaya.